Okay, so this is going to be a brief video. Some folks have had some questions. See if we can get a little bit more detail about how the autofill feature works in Excel. And it's very simple, but it's also not necessarily uh, as clear as would be desired. So it's not anything we do on the ribbon or icon. All right. So the way this works is let's call up a cell. All right. If we look at the cell by default, if I'm my active cell, what you'll see is obviously we go to and we go with this little corner right here, this lower right hand corner of the cell. If I move my cursor over it, you'll note that the icon changes. All right, so it's changing from kind of the white cross to a black cross. All right, so this is the mechanism we use to do the autofill. All right, so let me do something. So I'm going to type in the word January. All right, as the first value. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hover over this, have the icon change. I'm going to grab it. I'm going to drag this down. All right, and you'll see what it did was it auto-filled the rest of the months. So I spelled it as January. It created that using a fully with the name out. Now I can do things like I can type in January, grab it, drag it, and drop it. And what it will do then, it will say, okay, you did it with short dates. So I'll do it with I'll create like a short date. All right. Or I can do Monday. And the same. So there's a bunch of smart. This has been around a while in Excel. There's a lot of smartness in this. So it will look. What it's designed to do is it'll look up the pattern. It'll kind of evaluate what it thinks you're going to do based upon the content. All right. So if I type in a day of the week, and I can start it from anywhere. All right. Or I can do it, or we can do numbers. All right. So I'll say or dates. So we'll do. All right. So I grab this, drag it down. All right. So by default, as you can see, what it'll do is it'll say, okay, it'll increment it by days. If I do a pull down here, so at the bottom, when I do that, I have an option here, which if we hover over it, is the autofill options. All right. So it will give me the ability. I can either copy the cells. I can just, if I do a copy, if I just take that and do a copy, it'll just simply do a straight copy like I do with cut and paste. Um, but I can fill the series. I can fill days. I can fill weekdays. I can fill months. I can fill years. So I can do, say, let's do that. I changed it to years. What it will do is it'll increment the years. And if I say I'm going to increment months, fill months, it will then, do my month. So I start from December of 2002, and then in January it picks up a new year, and it'll do that range. All right. So this is built-in functionality within Excel. The magic is this little itty bitty little dot at the bottom of the screen, almost infinitesimal. All right, but this is how the autofill works. So you just kind of look for that, grab it, and drag and drop. And it does horizontal. It does obviously vertical here, but it'll let me go. It will also let me do horizontal. Okay. All right. So hopefully, if there's questions, this right here will tell you what the options are, the autofill. So you'll see, like if I put dates, if it detects that these are dates, it will add additional options to put dates in there. If I don't do the dates, it'll evaluate it and try to determine what type of series it is. All right, so it'll look at the contents of the cell, what I type in, and it will try to figure out it'll try to figure out what's the best way to go, and then you can adjust it as you go. All right, so hopefully this will help in terms of kind of the exercises where we see fill series. All right, so that's it.